So welcome everyone. For those of you I have not met yet, my name is Jennifer Kenna. Super excited to share this presentation with you guys today. So we call it Cracking the Real Estate Code for Success. So as you guys probably know, some people do very good jobs at this, and most of the other agents really struggle. It's a really tough business, and there's not really great training out there to help you get started as a new agent. So we want to give you guys some really great tools today so that you can use them in your business. So to quickly go over our agenda, my vision for today, number one, is I want to inform you of threats that are happening and challenges in our industry today. So it's a really, really big problem. I want to make sure that we're able to get you guys some really usable insights to be able to use in your real estate business right away. So number two, I want to give you lots of value. So of course, that's always my goal for anyone on my team. They know that we always want to make sure that we're offering value. We know time is valuable, and we want to make sure you have certain tools that you can take and implement in your own business immediately. Number three, I want to offer a partnership to help grow and scale your business. So depending on where you're at today and where you're looking to grow, I've been in the business now 12 years, so I know it does take time to start seeing the success of the hard work that we put in. But we'd love to offer you a free one-on-one discovery call with myself. I do have a Calendly link that I'll share with you guys at the end. Go ahead and set yourself up with a time. Would love to sit down, learn more about you, learn more about your business, and really see what we can do to assist you guys on whatever your goals are that you're trying to reach. And lastly, I want to give you guys a bonus for spending your time here. At the end of the webinar, I'm going to give you some really good resources and tools that have helped a lot of agents on our team as well. So short little intro, tell you a little bit more about who I am and what I've done. So I've been in real estate 12 years, real estate broker, team leader. I've run a small team, about 20 agents. We sell over 200 homes a year. But that's not where my story begun. This is where we are today. I also did some coaching with Craig Proctor, was one of my first coaches, mentors out there. And I became one of his coaches. So for about 3 years, I did coaching internationally for clients all over Canada, the United States, spoke on big stages. Got to travel the world, some really exciting things, very much enjoyed, and learned lots of lessons from that I want to bring into our local business here in Florida. So when I first started in business, probably similar to some of you guys, I really worked hard to sell my first 10 homes my first year in business. So I was leaving corporate America, corporate job, and wanted to make sure that I was able to still make the similar income, similar lifestyle in real estate. And I realized how difficult that was. So I was working probably 12 to 14-hour days, telling everyone I knew that I was a realtor, posting on my social media, joining all kinds of B&I groups, women's groups, Chamber of Commerce. Really had to hit the ground running to be able to sell those first 10 homes. And then I started to learn that there's certain strategies. Why is it that some agents sell hundreds of homes, make millions of dollars, and then like the 95% of the rest always seem to struggle a little bit? So I really wanted to learn what was that gap between where I am, where I wanted to go. And I started looking for some coaches. That's where I met Tony Robbins, which led me to Craig Proctor. So in 5 years in a brand new industry, knowing nobody, my husband moved me to the West Coast of Florida where I live today. We sold 180 homes in those first 5 years in a brand new area. So super exciting. And I really want to share that with you guys. Number one, my big why. I hope you guys know what your big why is. Why do you get out of bed every day? What drives you? What motivates you? For me, it was my family. This is my husband and my 3 daughters. I went from being a single woman, a professional businesswoman in healthcare, traveling the world, to meeting the man of my dreams on vacation on a cruise. And he made me a mother overnight to these 3 beautiful girls. So for me, it really helped motivate me and push me that there's more than just me. It's not just, what kind of car I drive or, going out to nice dinners. There's a legacy that I want to leave behind. So it really has driven me and increased my goals as well. I also really want to increase the professionalism of real estate agents. This is my professional goal. So when I first sold my first house, I had a horrible experience. The lady did not do for me. It was not really a really great experience. So I want to raise the standard of real estate agents. And here's why. So I want to go over some of the threats in the marketplace. I'm assuming most of you, if you're active in the business, this is not going to be shocking new news to you, but I want to make sure that we know, how do we combat it? How do we make it better? How do we improve what's happening in our marketplace? Because it's so important. So NAR came out with a study. They had dangers facing our industry. And the bad thing is a lot of these are valid or unfolding right now. And they have been over the last couple of years as well. So what are some of these threats? Number one, the barrier to entry to get a real estate license is very low. It's about $300 and you can get licensed in about 2 weeks. So it brings lots and lots of people into the industry, and realtors are poorly trained. So when I first started with my broker, she gave no training. I think she gave us a sample contract. She handed that to us and said, here, don't mess anything up. That probably was for her own legal liability, but gave me no training. How do I get a customer? How do I treat them properly? How do I service them? It was really, really bad training that I personally got. And I know a lot of realtors in the industry have as well. There's also all these 100% brokerages everywhere. I understand the concept behind them, but they're offering no value. They're offering no training. So if they're not invested in someone's success or invested in training an agent, now they're just out there with no training and no value, trying to just make it on their own, trying to figure it out. The marketplace does not trust realtors. So this is a huge problem. I was very surprised when I went on my first appointment at a listing and they didn't want me to be there. They didn't want my advice. They didn't want me to tell them what their house was worth or what was going on in the marketplace. It was really, really strange to me because I was used to in corporate America, I would tell people what was going on and they listened. But in general, they had their arms crossed and really were not very warm to a real estate agent. They wanted to sell their house. Actually, originally they wanted to do for sale by owner. So it was really kind of shocking getting in the marketplace and learning that we're not trusted. So I want to change that. And about 30% of agents each year are new. So we kind of know that, especially in the last 2 years, the market got good and all of a sudden everyone was a real estate agent. So there's lots of people getting into the marketplace, but they don't have a lot of experience. The average agent does not know their marketplace or best practices. So if I'm having a conversation with, let's say I have a listing and the buyer agent comes to the table, we're having a conversation about the market and they're arguing with me about things. I'm going, what are you talking about? Do you even know your market? And they say, oh, well, I'm out of Sarasota, and they're trying to tell me about the market in Tampa. It's just crazy. So there's not a lot of education as an industry that we give people or what's happening and the changes that are taking place, or even best practices. So it's something my team really focuses on a lot. So overall, because of all this, it's hurting our reputation as real estate agents. The marketplace is trying to replace us. So in case you haven't noticed, there's some really, really big companies out there that are coming after our business and now reducing commissions. So this has been pretty scary. We've seen it happen over the last couple of years, and I don't really see it going back to the way that it was before. So it's a huge threat if this is how we're trying to generate our income and make a career when everyone's trying to pay us less. So not only do I think we should raise the standard just for my own satisfaction to be proud to be a realtor, but I think we're being forced to. So look at all the companies that are coming in from all over the country. So OfferPad, they're not locally based here in Florida, but they have a huge part of our market share, and they've popped up in a very short amount of time. We have Redfin. If you guys are familiar with Redfin, now Redfin is also helping not only help you sell your house for 1%, and they give you some sort of incentive as well whenever you go to buy something. So that's been a new change that we're happening in the market. So if you guys go on listing appointments, you might hear Redfin's name mentioned quite often. Ideal Agent, they're local to my market here in Tampa. So they have billboards all over. They advertise on commercials like right prime time, Fox News, about discounted commissions. So, and then I just hit Google and I started looking for what else is going out there. There was all kinds of companies. So Upnest and Home Lister and all these other companies are really trying to push us out of the marketplace. They don't see value in the services that we offer. So they're trying to replace us. Amazon is getting into real estate. So they say A to Z, you'll have an overnight delivery to your home. The very next day, you can buy a house online now. So Amazon is looking to get into the real estate business, as well as Facebook or Meta, whatever they're called now. So if you used to advertise your listings on Facebook Marketplace, now you see they don't allow that. What they want to do is they're going, well, why don't we just let home sellers advertise their own house online and be able to generate a buyer? So if you think you have a really good social media presence, it's going to be very difficult for us to compete against a company like Facebook. So I started running some numbers just on OfferPad because I said, well, is it really that bad? Is there really that many people going for the cash offer and not wanting a realtor? In just my marketplace alone, they sold 1,500 homes in 7 months. This was just the numbers that I ran. I'm sure it's probably increased. I haven't looked in 2023 because I know it's probably not a pretty number. But that's almost $600 million in lost revenue and over $18 million in lost commissions. So if you guys think this is not a huge, huge threat to our market, you are mistaken. I had mastermind with some top agents about maybe 2 years ago, talking just about OfferPad and other iBuyer companies. And they were arguing with me saying, well, that's just for the people that need to sell. Those are for the people in a desperate situation, divorce, death, something like that. That is not the case. We're actually finding that people like the convenience of it. They want to be able to go right onto OfferPad's website, type in their address and get a cash. Now, I don't know if you guys have tried it before. Please try it. Take a look at how simple it is for them to actually run through and sell their house online. It's really easy. Another small company called Zillow, if you guys are familiar with them, they're now doing the same thing with Open Door. So they have a partnership with Open Door. They're allowing people to see exactly, instead of just the Zestimate, they're actually able to click a button and be able to sell their house right there through Open Door online. So that's a huge competitor of ours. The other kind of scary thing with Zillow is they have the hearts and minds of buyers. Clients like them. They listen to them. They believe their Zestimates, those numbers that they come up with as a data company. I'll have a customer locally argue with me if their house is worth what the Zestimate says. And I live locally down the street selling for 12 years. So customers rely on them for information. They also own every house address before it goes on the market. So if you type in your home address, assuming it's not active on the MLS, you're going to find it has its page on Zillow. And it says right up top, off market. So they've actually purchased your home address and information before you've ever put on market, so that they have that Google AdWords market cornered. The minute that it goes live, they communicate with the MLS and they're able to start marketing for you. So they're a huge competitor for us as realtors. Then there's all these other companies. I just, again, went through Google, some companies I hadn't heard of very much, but they're all offering to pay for cash, no commissions, sell as is, no realtor, and this is the marketing that our consumers are seeing. So it's really going to have to make a big difference in the way that we're competing back. We have to be able to offer something of value because the marketplace is trying to squeeze us out. Another kind of perception that we have to overcome. People think that real estate is easy, that anybody can do it, right? The day in the life of a realtor, we're shopping in beautiful homes with very nice couples and we're making huge commission checks. That's the perception we're fighting against. Of course, we know as real estate agents that, we're playing handyman and we're answering the phone and we're customer service and we're sales and we have run out of time. We work 7 days a week. So we're not getting the respect that we need for the amount of hours that we're putting in, which is putting a lot of realtors out of business. I think there's about 60,000 realtors that did not renew their real estate license so far this year. So it's a huge challenge for lots of people. The sales roller coaster. I'm sure this is lots of fun for you guys, right? We love that first we're excited. We can't wait to get started. Then we start getting anxiety and scared and we don't have any sales coming in. You have those highs and lows all the time. When I first got married, my husband's like, why are you in real estate? You people are crazy. He just could not relate why we would deal with this stress all the time, 24/7. What's the big secret to success here? How do we change this? How do we shift this? What is something that we can do differently so that we don't just survive in the marketplace, we thrive and do well? So I'm going to refer to Tony Robbins, my first real estate coach and mentor. He says, if you want to be successful, find someone who has achieved the results you want and copy what they do and you'll achieve the same results. And I went, it can't really be that easy, right? I can't just mimic somebody else and start following what they're doing and it's going to work for me too, but it is that easy. So that's what I came to learn. And it's a little bit opposite of what the industry told me, what I was used to, what my broker was telling me, what other realtors were telling me, that actually being collaborative, not competitive, is how we compete. So if we're all working against each other and, trying to fight each other, how are we ever going to compete against a big company like Zillow? We can't. We have to be able to collaborate on a local level. So really it's us against them. It's the local real estate trusted advisor that lives in the community that they're buying and selling homes, advising their clients in a professional manner, competing against these online data companies. Zillow's based out of Seattle. How do they know what we're doing here in Florida? So we're being beat out by these iBuyer companies. So with referral sources, they just do better marketing. So we're actually a Zillow partner. We work with them because they forward us business that we couldn't get on our own because they're beating us out in marketing. And the NAR is not protecting us. So in order to compete with Zillow, they came out with something called Realtor.com, and it's owned by the NAR. So the NAR came out with us, but you know what they did? It got really big and then they sold it. So it was meant to protect us as realtors, and now it's already gone. It's already been sold to Zillow. So it's basically realtors versus the internet company. So that's fantastic that they have great marketing and websites and they're able to drive traffic to their sites, but they still need a realtor involved because we are the local expert. They do need our local touch and advice. We're local, reliable, knowledgeable advisors. So that is our unique selling proposition. We really have to focus on that too. And we have to improve our training. So we need a consistent level of service because that's what people get from a Zillow and from a Redfin and from a corporate company. And this is why they trust their names and their brand. We need more consistent marketing across the board. So why do we have every single agent, even in one brokerage, are competing against each other versus collaborating with one another, maybe sharing marketing expenses to make sure that we're all giving that kind of level of service and marketing? Doing buyer consultations. So I did a full day training with my team of 20 agents yesterday, just focused on buyer consultations. How do we plan on helping people find a house when we're emailing them, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and a zip code? Like, we don't know what they want. It's no personal touch. That is our unique selling proposition. We have to be able to do that as local, reliable advisors. Also focus on being an advisor, not an order taker. So we think that we're going to email clients that we've never met, email them properties, and they're going to come back and say, okay, this is the one I want. Can you please write it up for me? And we fill in the blank on a contract. If that's our only service, then Zillow can do that. They don't need us to do that, right? They can buy and sell houses on Amazon, Facebook, if that's all that we are. So we really need to up our professionalism, up our value proposition so that people need us. We have to be needed. We also offer a buyer boot camp that we talk about what are best practices for a buyer. What is that journey, that experience that they're going through, and how can we help walk them through that? We want to make this as easy as possible for them. So what does the success look like for us? What does our future look like? So hopefully you guys want to stay in real estate. You want to be in the business for the next 10 years or more. So let's make sure that we're really making a career out of this. So we have to get different. We have to be different. So we can't offer the same thing that our neighbor is offering across the street, who's also a licensed realtor. We have to offer something different. So that's what's really going to create the demand for you and the demand for your services specifically. Adding more value to the marketplace. So this is any industry. I used to be in healthcare. Probably a lot of you guys maybe came from a different marketplace before you got into real estate. We need to add value. What can we offer our buyers? What can we offer our sellers that's unique? That's a special service that they can't get somewhere else, right? If we're just a licensed realtor who opens a door, we're a commodity. We're interchangeable. They can ask me or they can ask somebody else. There's no competitive value there. So we want to make sure we're adding more value to the marketplace. And I'll give you some examples of that. Offering a unique service. Do you offer something that's different than all of the other realtors? So I was in a room one time in our Craig Proctor network. We're in a room. There's probably about 2,000 realtors all over the country in the room. And they said, everyone write down what your unique services are. And then we had them read aloud. And there's probably about the same 5 answers among 2,000 people from all over the country. You think that we'd have all these different services. It was, I am knowledgeable, I'm reliable, I answer the phone, I'm here to service, I'm a nice person. Everyone had the same value proposition. So there's lots of realtors out there that are nice people, that are knowledgeable, that work hard, that answer their phone. That's not a unique service anymore. You have to make sure you're offering something unique. Even just the way that we talk to our customers. So this is a problem in our marketing efforts. We want to make sure we're talking to our prospects, not at our prospects. So I have a marketing major in college, absolutely love marketing. And there's times where I'm watching a commercial and I go, man, they're doing it right. They're talking directly to me. I'm going, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I need that product and I'll buy it right now. There's some people that do it really well. And then there's other people that, the commercial irritates me every time it comes on. So we want to make sure that we have the right marketing messaging to attract the people that we want. So to get different, we have to be different, right? So here's some examples of the old strategy versus a new strategy. We don't want to do the stuff that everyone did 20 years ago. We know it doesn't work today. So the old strategy is less value for less money. These are like the flat fee companies or the 0% brokerages. They're saying, we're just going to give you less, but we're going to charge less. Like, I don't want to be in that business. I don't want to be at a race to the bottom. So a new strategy would be, let's give more value for more money. People are willing to pay you more if the service is better. I drive a BMW. I pay more for it, but I have a perceived value. Like, I like the car and I want to drive something that's a little bit nicer. So I don't mind spending more money for that. The old strategy is just lowering commissions. Like, okay, we'll do it for less. I'll do it for 1% just to get the contract. Like, that doesn't feel very good. That's not what I aspire for. So I want to make sure I'm just getting more money for my client. And that's going to equal a higher net to them. I don't think they care what they pay me. They just want that higher demand for their home. They want better marketing, better exposure so that they get more money. That's really what's going to be most important to them. An old strategy, making mind-numbing cold calls. This is how I started. My broker told me that's what I had to do. I had to make a certain amount of touch points every single day. So I'm calling people that may or may not even be in the market. And I'm trying to convince them they need to sell right now, right? That's no fun. And that's an old strategy. Instead, we want to have marketing that compels prospects to call you. Offer something special, offer something unique, something different, and they will call you for your service. And they will wait for you because they have a perceived value in what you're offering. The old strategy, wasting tons of money on image advertising. So my broker's like, you have to be on the park bench, right? You have to have your name, your face on the business card. You got to have that everywhere. You know how long it takes? It is the most expensive type of advertising there is. So that's what Pepsi does. Pepsi doesn't have any sort of message. They don't need to have anything unique. They have a logo and they put it on the side of baseball fields. So image advertising is so expensive and it takes years and years and years I don't know why we'd waste our time and money doing those types of advertising. Instead, give a unique service that makes clients call you only. Holding ineffective open houses to pacify the seller. Who's been guilty of that? I've done this many times. That's what I was told from my broker, and that's what I thought worked. So I used to hold all these ineffective open houses and spend my entire weekend sitting at an empty house waiting for someone to walk in the door. But I was trying to pacify my seller. So a new strategy is marketing to generate buyers online while you sleep. So in my business, we have a steady stream of customers coming in all the time. It's not me trying to reach out and trying to find new people and drum up new business. The business is coming to us. So I want to help you guys with that. Being a slave to every poorly qualified customer because you have to. Man, I could write a book with the stories I have of the horrible customers I've met that didn't respect me, didn't trust my advice, didn't care if it was 10:30 at night if they needed something. I've been used and abused, and it never really felt right. I felt like there was something that I was missing. And you want to have an overflow of business so that you work with the clients you want to. I used to make a joke. My real estate office was next door adjacent to another real estate office. And anytime that we'd have a really difficult client, I said, send them next door. Like, we just don't have time for it. We have an overflow of business. We just don't have to deal with people that we don't want to. And make sure you're talking to your clients, not at your clients. So what does that mean? So if you're talking to a customer saying, I'd love to come over and list your home, I have heard this many times from new agents, and I'm trying to convince them you have to say things differently. What's the benefit? What's the value to the customer? So saying something like, would you like me to provide a free market analysis of what your home is worth? And when can I pop by for a few minutes is going to get you a lot more appointments, because now you're giving them something that they want, something of value, and a reason why you're coming over. So when we start thinking like a realtor and we think like a salesperson, we're like, hey, I want to come over because I need a listing. I need to pay my bills next month. So I need to make some money when you sell your home. So we're thinking in our best interest. You have to turn that, start thinking in your client's best interest, and give them something of value. So we give them tips on how to sell your home for more money. We'll come over, we'll give you tips on how to sell your home faster. We'll offer a free home warranty in case there's something that needs to be fixed in the home, free house cleaning, free moving truck. Let's give them services of value. So again, they're going to want you over every other agent out there in the marketplace. So in order to take a really big process and make it smaller, I like to put things in small steps, small chunks. So we have one to four. These are our 4 stages of real estate. So now it makes it really easy and really easy to digest. So number 1, you have to find ready now prospects. Not people looking to buy in 6 months or buy eventually when they retire in 5 years. We want to really focus our efforts on finding ready now prospects first. The only way to do that is by generating a steady stream of clients coming in, and then you're going to sift them out to work with the best leads only. Don't waste your time with people that aren't serious or aren't qualified or aren't motivated. We want to sift out the best leads to help the people looking to buy right now. Number 2, converting those prospects to clients. So this is a training that my team does. It's all about conversion. That is their job as a salesperson. They have to learn how to convert. You have someone interested in buying. Why would they buy from you? So that conversion process is probably the most important thing that you can learn how to do. And to do that, you need to make it in a sales system. So this works in every industry. This is not real estate only. This is any sort of business trying to sell a product. You want to make sure that you have the sales system in place so it's duplicatable. You can just plug and play next client, next client, next client. It's scalable. You can grow. So let's say you want to grow a team. You want to hire and train others. You need to have a system in place. Otherwise, there's no way. It's just going to be your efforts forever until you retire or you die. So you want to make sure you're putting the systems in place so that you can train other people and you continue to grow even when you're no longer working. It's a way that you can prepare monthly. If you have a system in place like this and you have a lead flow coming in, you know how much business you're going to do each month. You can actually run it like a business versus a hope and a prayer, hoping that someone calls you and praying that someone in your family decides to move. So number 3, you have to provide exceptional customer service to create happy lifelong clients. This is so important. If you just imagine your paycheck is reliant on if they give you a review, if they give you a referral. So instead of looking at a commission check, just closing the deal and having to start back over, prospect for a new one, instead really focus on how do I give that exceptional service? The only way to do that is with a support system. So believe me, I've tried it the other way. You can do it for a little while. You know, I can work 14 hours a day and my cell phone attached to my ear and I can try to be everything to everyone, but there's burnout, right? Then I wanted to get out of real estate. I'm like, this is terrible. You know, I'm going to get divorced. Nobody wants to be with somebody who works all the time like that. So the only way to make a scalable, duplicatable system that gives you back your life, gives you back some freedom and your time and your loved ones is to put a system into place. So you need help. You can't do these things by yourself. So having a marketing department, you should not be posting all your own social media. I have stuff posting all the time. I barely even take the time to review what's being posted. So I have somebody in our marketing department that's running those things all the time. They're better at it probably than we are. As a realtor, I have certain skills and certain things I'm good at. Not that great at putting together flyers and emails. I mean, why am I doing that? So having that marketing department, having an inside sales team. So these people are going to help nurture clients until they are ready. So if you're only working with the people that are ready right now, looking to buy in the next 30 days, somebody's got to talk to the people buying in 3 months, or I won't have a pipeline. In 3 months, I'll have to look for new business again. So having that inside sales team was a total game changer for us in our business. Having a contracts coordinator, having a TC, somebody that's going to help you so that you can spend your efforts out meeting new clients, writing new offers, getting new sales, while someone's maintaining the business until it closes. It's completely a game changer. Technology, you have to learn to leverage technology so that it's working when you're not. So that you're sending out with AI, man, we have a really great system that's texting people all day and night. And when they respond and say they want to look at a house, now it comes back to me. Now it's my job to get them out into the house. But technology should be running all your emails and property alerts, all that running on autopilot, nurturing people so that you can have a full pipeline. Customer service is so important. So just having someone to call your customers and ask how the experience was. Are they having a good one? Is there something more we can do? When you're working as a solo agent, this is the first ball that's going to drop, is going to be your service. How can you? How is it possible that you're going on listing appointments, you're opening up open houses, you're dropping off lock boxes, you're getting signs put, installed on a new listing while you're out, you got showings later in the day? So your services, there's no way it can survive that way. And a tax advisor. I wish somebody would have told me this sooner. I had to pay lots and lots in taxes until I finally had someone that was able to advise me on how to have additional write-offs so that I was not stuck with a huge tax bill at the end of the year. So this is all part of your support system to run an effective business. Number 4, you have to leverage every customer satisfaction so they give you repeat business and refer others. This is the business that we're really in. So if you are having bad experiences with customers, the customer's ticked off at the end, you're irritated, you see their phone number, you want to block it, gives you a sick feeling in your stomach when they call you. That's not good service, because you're never going to use them again. They're never going to call you again. They're never going to tell anyone except not to use you. So service has got to be number 1, and asking for reviews has got to be number 2. That's how you're going to leverage your business. So if you've been in business, let's say for 10 years, and every single year you sold 20 houses, do you have 200 people out there that are your raving fans that are telling people all about you, and they're handing out your cards and they're referring you, growing your business? Or do you have 200 past sales and now you're starting over again on year 11? So it's so important. Number 4 is leverage. So this is a term I never understood. It took me a long time. I think I'm maybe a little slow in this, but my coaches kept telling me all about leverage. I never quite understood it. I think I didn't trust to let things go. So I wanted to hold on to everything and do everything and be a part of everything. Well, again, that's where you burn out, and you can only max, you're going to hit your limit, your ceiling, and never be able to get past that. So learning how to leverage people, technology, and marketing. These things are absolutely life changers for you and your family to be able to leverage other services, because now it's going to free up your time and you can make more money. You're going to be happier. You're going to have more time and you make more money. It's like, well, hey, why didn't I do this sooner? Right? So it allows you to focus on money-making activities. The skills that we have as realtors are really good. They're really strong. It's a hard business that we're in. If you have the gift of gab, or you have great negotiation, or people like you, or, no problem striking up conversations, those are skills. And that's why you should be in front of more people all the time. So when you have a team support behind you, they're doing things while you're doing the things that you're great at. It's going to help you get there faster, whatever your guys' goals are, which we'll talk about at the end. It'll allow you to have a vacation. So I don't know how many times when I first started as an agent, I'm bringing my laptop with me. I'm working deals. I remember being on a cruise ship, like, oh no, I don't want to lose the internet because I got a contract that just came in and I didn't have a team to help me. So I want to invite you guys to learn about our Millionaire Agent System. So it's a program that I teach. It's something I was taught by my coach, and I think it's my obligation to share it with other people, because that was always my goal. I wanted to become a millionaire agent. If I was going to work hard, if I was going to learn the industry, learn the marketplace, put in my 7 days a week, it's got to be for some purpose, right? So I'll give you a quick snapshot of what this looks like. We also do another training if you guys want to register for that one, that really does a more of a deep dive into this, but make things simple, make things easy, put them in a step process. So really it's just 5 steps. to become that millionaire agent. Number one, you have to be able to convert convert leads over the phone to in-person appointment. You're never going to sell someone over the phone. You're not going to sell houses by email, but you will when you're face-to-face and you build that rapport with them. So scheduling appointments over the phone, lead conversion is skill number one. You have to master and get excellent at, because it's going to help your conversion levels. You can talk to less people and sell more houses. Huge skill. You guys have to get good at that. Doing that sales consultation. This is so missed by so many realtors. I don't know why they jump over this. So they get a call and on maybe a sign and they're showing their listing. They walk around, they show them the house like Vanna White, like, oh, look over here and here's the bathroom and here's the kitchen. And they never actually stop and ask, what is the customer looking for? Like, does this house even meet your needs? I don't care if the house has got granite. Like, is this what you're looking for? Is this the right location? Is this the right school district? So putting together that sales consultation is really going to connect you with the customer to know how to service them at a high level. So we got to find out what's important to them and show value. Client management. You want to show only the homes that the buyer wants to see. You should be showing an average of 4 to 6 homes. I've heard horror stories from new agents going, oh, I showed this guy 35 homes over the last 6 months. I'm like, after 6 months, the guy probably wanted to fire you. Like, if you're not showing them or finding what they want, something is wrong. You do not need to be looking at that many houses. And then when you're looking at houses, preparing your customer to write an offer. It's not we're looking at houses because we have nothing to do on Saturday and we're bored. We're here to see if this is something you're ready to write an offer on. So it's a whole part of client management, educating the client, setting the right expectation to completely change the way that, most agents do business. And then that closing, getting that contract, turning it over to your TC, let them run it from there. They need to be able to take it from the next step, schedule their inspections, schedule any repairs needed, schedule a title, lenders, like that's their job. We want the TC department to help us with that part so I can go out and start over and do lead conversion again and get new clients. And then, of course, most important step, of course, is raving fans. So if you're able to provide 5-star service because you have a support team, you have people to help you, you're going to create a network of raving fans. These people are out there marketing for you. They're saying, oh my gosh, I had the great experience with Jennifer. She is the best. If I'm going to use anyone, it's going to be her. I'm going to recommend her to my friends and family. I'm going to give her a Google review that's going to help me on every next appointment that I go on. So having those reviews, raving fans, return clients are the 3 R's that are going to keep you in business for the long haul. So I am going to invite you guys. We want to do a one-on-one. I want to learn more about you and where you're at today. But really the goal for me as a realtor was always, how do I bridge that gap? I know where I'm at. If I was selling 10 homes a year, working 7 days a week, making a little bit of money, but nowhere where I wanted to make. And then I saw people making millions of dollars. I'm like, hey, I want to do what they're doing. And they're building teams and scaling systems and having support staff. So for me, that was the gap that I needed. So I'd love to learn more about your situation. Where are you today? And where is it that you're trying to go? You got to find a coach is number one. I would love to be your real estate coach, but I do have some other people in my network. So if I'm not the right fit, I have about 35 really excellent real estate coaches that can really change your life and change your business for you and your family. But finding that coach is going to hold you accountable. It's going to push you on the days that maybe you don't want to get out of bed, or maybe you don't want to call that extra customer. Maybe you don't want to go show that house. So finding a coach to hold you accountable is literally life-changing. It completely changed mine. We want you to increase your skills, become the real estate professional. Don't be the average agent who just kind of does this part-time and doesn't take it seriously. We're dealing with people's lives here. There's a huge responsibility to being a real estate agent. So we want to make sure that you guys have the right coaching, the right training, the skills that you need to become the real estate professional that our customers deserve. And we have the most amazing business model opportunity available to realtors today. I do have my local team here in the Tampa area that we sell houses and we support and train and work with them. But I'd also like to invite people all over the world. I have about 150 agents. I have some in Canada. We have some in Mexico that I also do Zoom trainings like this to help them in their local marketplace. So it's a really fantastic business model. And the main thing is it's financial alignment where everyone benefits together. So as a real estate coach myself, I was paid about $1,500 a month to be able to help support and coach and train agents. This business model we have today, it's free. I don't charge for any of my coaching. This is not a paid event that you guys have joined today. So it's financial alignment that I'm invested in you and your business. And I want to know, how can I help you grow? And the more success that you have, the more success we have together. So some next steps, guys, if you don't mind, please follow us online. We do have the Facebook page, the Jennifer Kenna Home Selling Team. We're on Instagram, YouTube. If you guys will follow us there, we have lots of material that we're putting out all the time that would be really great to help you in your business. Lots of free material too. If you guys wouldn't mind giving us a 5-star Google review, that's really important to us in our business. Like I shared, it's important in yours. And if you'd like to do a one-on-one discovery call to help grow your business, I want to learn where you're at now and what are you looking to accomplish. No obligation, and it's completely free. It's on my Calendly link, calendly.com/Jennifer Kenna. It syncs with my calendar, so you can just find a time that works for you. Would love to do a Zoom call with you. I'd also like to invite you guys to some coaching. So this is our team coaching schedule. If you guys just want to sit in, listen, learn, see what we're doing, you're welcome to join any of these. We have a Monday team meeting at 10 a.m. That's the one that is in person. You're welcome if you're local to join in person, or if you can't, no problem. We have some Tuesday role play that we do. Like I said, that phone conversion is so valuable. It's a skill that has to be practiced daily. So if you want to sit in, listen to what we're doing, listen to what's working, you're welcome to hop on. We do a buyer consultation. How do you get the most value when you have a buyer in front of you and learn more about them and build that rapport and relationship? Our buyer boot camp, that's a little bit longer. That's a 4-day event, but it's pretty much, it's in person and it goes from A to Z with what to do with a buyer. It helps a lot of brand new agents. Even if you're an experienced agent, we have a lady on our team that she said that it's the most she's ever learned, and she's been in the industry 10 years. Our focus is on writing offers that get accepted. We don't want to waste time writing offers that are, not working. Studying the market, becoming that real estate professional. So you're the expert, you know what the heck is going on in the marketplace. So I have one lady on our team, she wears a name badge, and everywhere she goes, they go, hey, how's the real estate market? People like talking real estate. So you want to make sure that you know what's going on and you have something valuable to add. Sales training. So Grant Cardone, he is one of our mentors, one of our coaches that we use. He does a sales training program. It's about $25,000. So it's got a lot of value to it, but you guys are welcome to just hop on, listen, learn a little bit more about what's going on there. We also have lender programs because financing, of course, is a huge part of our business, and other vendor relationships because you want to have that consistency every time with every new buyer. So our free gift, guys. So if you do put in the chat here, if you guys will go ahead and put together what your email address is. I might have it if you registered, but just in case, go ahead and put your email so I don't forget you. We have our annual goal setting form. So I think this is the only place you have to start with your business is your vision. What are you looking to accomplish? What are you looking to build? So it helps you set your annual goal, and then it works backwards to set what is your monthly, all the way down to weekly, all the way down to hourly goals. So it really helps you build that plan for the next 12 months, and it determines your hourly worth. Have you ever done something and said, is this worth my time? If I'm dropping off a lockbox somewhere, is this something someone else should be doing, not me? It really helps you think about how to use your time more wisely. And then based on your conversion numbers, you know how many clients that you need to. So if you're converting 1 out of 10 clients, well, you know that if you want to have 10 closings this year, you need to talk to 100 people. So it really helps put into perspective, what is it that you're looking to accomplish? And then what is it going to take to get there? Gives you a clear picture of what it takes and also what you want. And then you have to find a coach to hold you accountable. Thank you guys so much. Please reach out to me. I'd love to send you this goal setting form to at least get you started in your career. If you guys would like to set up a coaching one-on-one, I'm super happy to do that as well. So get scheduled on my Calendly account. And I appreciate you guys hopping on. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thanks, guys. See you later.